Here we are.
There we are, man. Hey, actually, this ain't even Sunday, man. It's Tuesday. I'll tell you
Uh,
about Sunday a little later. But let's kick it off how we like to kick it off, man.
that's it.
In order
Get
to
us in
take
there.
accountability for what has passed and what will be, there's no time like presently. So, for all of those with mouths and ears, can we have a moment of your time? We want to gain some perspective. Can we have a piece of your mind?
What's
All right.
up? What's
Here
going
we
on,
are,
Frank?
man.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Can't
Oh
complain,
yeah.
bro. It's been a busy week. It's been my mind's been heavy in thought this week, man. Just some
Oof.
new opportunities came up. Some weird opportunities came up too.
Mhm.
Uh, but eh, my mind's been busy. Um, I met this. Well, I started following this interesting guy, JT Fox, millionaire, billionaire. He's looking to help some entrepreneurs out. Like, you know what I mean? That's his whole thing. Like he's looking to coach some people and get you up and running. So if you guys get a chance, you guys go follow him, go look him up. Y'all tell me what y'all think about him, man. Is that fugazi or what? Because he's doing, some of the things he's offering is free. Some of the things, but you already know how that goes, man. You guys, you know, you sit down for an hour long talk, and then by the end of the thing, hey, you guys want to join this thing? $20,000.
Yeah. Woo. That's steep. That's
Bro,
steep.
you just took 3 hours of my time, man. I ain't got 20,000. Where I'm getting
Ooh,
that from?
that's tough. That's
The
tough. Shoot. So, all right, man. I'm curious, bro. What had you heavy, man?
huh?
What had you heavy, bro? What had you heavy?
Oh, that was one of it. One of the like
Yeah.
in my decision making, bro.
Mm,
As
that's hard.
yeah, as an entrepreneur, man. This is not a road where somebody's gonna tell you how, when, none of that. I gotta set my
Mm,
own schedule. I don't have no clock to punch in. I punch it when I want.
mm,
So it's like if I wanna make sure I'm getting to everything that needs to be gotten to,
mm.
like I gotta set my own schedule and I gotta be obedient to my own schedule. You know what I mean? I gotta be
Yeah.
disciplined,
Right.
um, making decisions. You know what I mean? And everything is a decision as an entrepreneur. Like, you know what I mean? How
Yeah.
you spending your time is a decision. So it's and I kind of feel like I've been chasing a few different things already. Honestly, you know what I mean. I've been to some of these seminars or whatever you want to call them, these
Yeah.
online webinars, and I don't want to say waste my time. I always feel like I pick up some kind of gem or jewel from it, but you know, I really want to focus on like just kind of getting it together, scaling up, fixing up my processes,
Mm,
so that I'm operating and running smoothly. I want the work to be coming in. I actually don't even want to be looking for it, Hector.
I
I
feel
don't want
you.
to be look. I want the work to find me. I need
Yeah.
people to find me. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been like really working on.
And that's kind of one of those things, man. It's just like as a small business, as an entrepreneur, that's one of the hurdles that you do have to get through. Is kind of getting it to find you because yeah, you're spending so much of your time having to seek clientele, having to seek these different kinds of negotiations. As where a form of success would be for small businesses. Once it starts to find you, then you've just got to maintain the day to day operations. And so
Yeah,
you're in that part right now where that hard work is necessary and you've got to be
yeah.
diligent, bro. You have to stay on it. So you talk about like clocking in. I mean, in reality, bro, like you're more looking at clocking out to have your personal time, but you stay clocked in because it's essential for
That's
that
what it felt
business,
like,
right?
bro.
Right, right. I
And when
respect
I
that
ain't
though,
doing what
bro.
I'm supposed to do, it's like I'm ignoring my own duties. You know what I'm saying? That's what it felt like.
I
But
feel that.
bringing back up Sunday, guys, man. I needed a day. I needed some grace, man. I needed a day. I woke up. I wasn't in the best mood. My head was filled with like what to do next kind of
Yeah.
thoughts. You know what I mean? And I think I told Hector. Hector said he was feeling all right too. You know what I mean? He was cool with shooting it a different day. So that's what we decided to do.
Mm,
But yeah, man. That's what my week's been like, man. How
I
about
feel
you?
you. My week was heavy too, bro. I'm right there with you, man. I feel like yeah, this week was a lot of what do I do next? How do I move? Because where I found myself was in unfamiliar territory, um, and every step was like stepping in tar, man. It felt like the last one, because when I go lift up again, it's gonna be real heavy. And if I go the wrong way, can I come back, kind of shit. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it really vague, just because, you know what I'm saying, I'm still taking these steps.
Yeah.
Um, but I definitely learned something this week, man, and it's it's kind of just, again, we've been talking a couple of weeks now about reframing, and trying to like understand and be able to deliver things differently. And I think I'm kind of taking that in more than just mentally. I'm actually taking that in emotionally too, and kind of allowing myself to feel something, and then think about it, and then operate. Make a move. Because normally I think about it, and I think about it a lot, and then I'll make a choice. And now I'm starting to allow myself to think about it, feel it, deep. I mean, down to my core, down to my soul, man, and feel it, and then go ahead and take that step, because I don't want to make the wrong steps. You know what I'm saying? And that goes with everything I'm doing right now, everything in life, everywhere I'm at. All aspects of it are critical. And you know, I feel like, although it's a system where everything kind of does rely on something else, they are their own thing. So like going to work, going to work, I have to go to work, I have to pay my bills. And then that, having that money allows me to create happiness by having a moment to go out and do something with the family, or take care of myself in a small moment when I want to give myself a snack, or whatnot. So anyway,
Yeah.
all these things, they rely on each other. And I'm in a point right now where one of them has to kind of be prioritized more than the rest of them. And I'm wondering if I can do that in a safe way, without bringing harm to the other things. And so it's just something to navigate. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's cool, man.
that sounds like you, Hector, man. You're always thinking
Yeah,
about the little details, bro.
always, bro, always. And sometimes it's a curse, man. But I really look at it as a gift too, because for me at least, part of this human essence, man, is this human experience. For me, figuring shit out makes me feel alive.
Yeah, true.
And it kind of helps me remember that, I am this thing in here is me, man. This is what I am. Everything outside is just what I look like. You know what I'm saying? And I can change
Yeah,
this up. I could get a haircut. I could get some thinner eyebrows if I wanted. I could change the clothes, pop new jewelry on, whatnot. I get a suntan. I could change all that shit. That shit's, but what's in
yeah,
here is a hell of a lot harder to change.
yeah.
And
Yo,
so.
heck, man, I read a lot of books, bro, and a lot of them say, a lot of the things I study say, the only thing that makes us any different than any of these other creatures on Earth
Mhm,
is our intellect, is our intelligence. You
mhm.
know what I mean? So I feel I resonate with what you're saying, bro. It makes enough sense.
Yeah, so I I like trying to be intelligent, and not just book smart like we were talking last week. Um, I don't want to have degrees that's on a piece of paper that let people kind of see oh yeah, he's smart because he went to school. And no, I want to be able to speak to people, man. I want to be able to be heard, and be able to provide some insight, some knowledge, some wisdom, but then be able to receive it, man. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, is trying to balance how to give it and how to take it, but gently. You know what I mean? And so it's a process, man. But it feels good to try to figure this shit out, and I feel like I'm fighting for the right things, man. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Can I just say, hey guys, man, if you guys been to college, you guys got your degrees, you guys got things to show. Like as a business person, those things are important, man. You gotta learn how to talk up. You gotta talk
Mm-hmm.
yourself up. You know what I mean? Being in business is selling yourself. I mean, you want to be genuine. You want to show people your genuine kindness, but then you also want to be an authority in whatever it is you're trying to pitch or sell. Those things help with your authority. So you know what I mean. You got
That's
three,
true.
4, 5 years in somewhere. You guys, B accredited.
Mm-hmm.
Good reviews. It all matters. You know what I mean. It
Mm-hmm.
all matters.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah,
So yeah, man, I'm just happy to be up on here, bro. I needed that day too, just like you. And it feels good to be able to kind of keep moving forward, man. Again, I'm big, and I'm very prideful on consistency, man. Consistency looks good on anybody.
yeah,
And I appreciate that shit. So being able to, just take a Sunday and then come back around Tuesday, hey, that's dope, because it's still gonna be delivered to everybody on the same day. You know what I mean? It's just for
yeah,
us. It's a,
yeah.
it's a different mindset for us. But it still works out. We're still here. So
Hey,
Yeah,
man, you know what? Doing it every week, man, I feel like we give ourselves a lot of grace with this. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
hell yeah, hell yeah.
We're supposed to shoot on Sunday, man. It's Tuesday. 4th of July at that, guys, man. 4th of
Yep,
July. We in
that's it. Yeah,
here.
this will come out a week later, but yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it is.
everybody. I'm sure everybody's having a good time chilling and enjoying the day, man. We all need a day, bro. All of us, and so
Yeah.
most people got this, this Tuesday, this day, like just like we did. But yeah,
All right, guys. You know what? Let's get into it, man. Numbers guy. We got the numbers
oof,
guy Hector here, man.
numbers,
But let's
numbers.
pull out the numbers, see how we doing this week. You know,
So our
eventually,
numbers,
I think we're gonna take these little segments where we go over the numbers and we gotta make a compilation of them, and like really get like what the growth been looking like week by week. Try to record what we've been doing through those weeks, where we had some growth and where we didn't.
yep.
But continue, Heck. What you was saying? I'm sorry, Hector.
No, no, you're good, bro. So yeah, the numbers, man, the numbers haven't really shot up much, but they have been remaining consistent in a very small incline, which is nice, man. So everybody out there, again, the consistent ones, man, it looks good on you, I promise, and we love it. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Um, with our podcast, we are up to just under 100 plays. We are all our videos so far, 6 videos up to
That's
just
on
under
Spotify. 100 plays.
on Spotify. We are at 89. So I
Yeah.
imagine by the time we get around to dropping this one, we'll have hit 100. So thank you everybody that's sitting out there looking at, and hopefully you're taking something, but it's appreciated. And that just feels cool to have that, and then the same for YouTube, man. YouTube has got each video is in the double digits as far as views, which is nice, man. That again, that consistency going
Yeah,
forward, man.
especially
It's
especially taking into account that we just been uploading on
uploading. Yep.
YouTube. We haven't really been like doing the
Pushing.
pushing it, but we're planning
Yeah.
on jumping on that too soon.
Yep, and the same for TikTok. Our TikTok followers. We a few weeks back we had all but one, and then now, Frank, what we're up to?
We had eight. We
Hey,
got
man,
eight
that's
guys, man.
dope. That's so dope. So
Slow climb, but we
it's
climbing.
slow, but exactly, man. We're going up somewhere, man, and it was cool to bring y'all with us. It's cool to kind of have, like Frankie had mentioned a while back ago. Finding that tribe, finding those people that we're speaking to, and there are a few out there that are coming along, and I'm blessed, man. I get to go to work and then I'll hear people at work tell me about it. I get to come home. I get that same experience from friends and family. So it's kind of cool to be able to kind of enter my business world, for my personal, or rather enter my business world and enter my personal, and still kind of get these critiques, these feedbacks, and just that understanding and acknowledgement that, what we're saying is pretty neat and that people are resonating with some of it. And that's really cool, man. I just, it's a humbling experience, man, this whole thing, and again, Frankie and I did this out of nowhere, y'all. We just like one day we're gonna do it with no expectations, and now, yeah, it's happening, man. Is that we're
Yeah, here
keeping it
we
moving.
are.
Here we
Here
are,
we are, man.
and I think Instagram. What we're up to 30, 35, 36 on Instagram or something like that for
I think it's
followers for the
36.
person.
I think it's
Thirty.
36.
Yeah, and that's cool, man. And a couple of them I've recognized are people that we haven't had any kind of affiliation with. So it's just kind of neat to know that the internet is not always a trap. It's not this just doom scroll and lots of bullshit. There's some good stuff out there, man. Some good content out there, and
Yeah, you
we're
know
kind
what?
of
I actually want to start putting us out there a little more. So from the Instagram podcast, I actually was thinking about hitting up some old high school friends, man. Some
yeah.
tech heads, 2005. That was the
Hey,
best year, man. If in my opinion. But I was in the
that's good.
2005 class, man. Anybody else got something to say? Y'all gonna have to come give me a piece of your mind. I'm piece of your mind.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yeah, we could do that, man. Just kind of see where people are at, because it's one of those things, man. You hear it often, like, oh, if you haven't known me for the last year or two, I've changed so much. You don't really know me, kind of thing. But it's just like, in some regard, we do. We've got to see you in your youth. We got to see you when you were kind of exploring yourself. So that'd be dope, man. To see where they ended up now, kind of shit, and
Yeah,
just touch base again, see what's up, man. Rekindle something, maybe a memory or something. That'd
for
be
real,
real
man.
fun to do, man. I'm with that.
For real, man. I
I'm
wonder
with that.
when they gonna do the reunion, man. What they do? They cancel the last one?
I think yeah, the last one was canceled. That was yeah, shit. We oof,
Let's not get
oof.
into it, man.
Yeah, no, yeah. About to show our age, bro.
For real.
Ooh. But yeah, man. We had we had a couple of topics for y'all today, man. We wanted to kind of talk about a couple of things and kind of share some insight, but then hopefully gain some back. I think that's kind of really my purpose with one of them is I kind of want to gain some perspective. So call to action, if you guys are willing, to give us a piece of your mind.
Yeah,
That's kind
yeah.
of the intent for one of my topics. And then I know Frankie's got something he wants to talk about too.
Yes,
It's
sir.
all enriching. So I mean, if you want to take and lead us in, bro, or
Uh, you know what? Let you jump on first, man.
yeah, all right, bet. All right, so my topic is a little, it's interesting, y'all. It's because like I said, this week I've been feeling heavy, and it's been hard for me to find a smile. And talking to Frankie, Frankie is a smiler. This guy's smiling all the time. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a bullshit smile. It's not a fake smile. Those smiles are
Yeah, I don't know how
genuine.
to fake it, bro.
Yeah, I can't either,
True.
man. And so my face shows how I feel, man. Like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve. And so how I'm feeling is right here. You're gonna see it, kind of thing. And sometimes it's a burden because everybody is aware, and those that love me get concerned. And that's heavy, man. To worry other people. It's a heavy burden, man. Um, and my girlfriend Caitlin, man, lovely, and her father had told her something when she was younger, and it's something along the lines of you have to keep a smile in your pocket. Um, and that smile is there for you when you need it, or when you need to give one to someone else, because that there's not just one in there, there's an infinite amount, because a
Yeah,
smile, it doesn't take space, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't take anything except to just put it on. That's all you've got to do. And so having that smile and remembering that it's there in your pocket, I think is such a beautiful and such an abstract way to live life, in a healthy way too, though, because again, you don't want to fake a smile. Fake smiles they're easy to recognize, you know what I'm saying? But when you have one that you can put on and empower yourself, and then maybe empower someone else, man, that shit is a cool thing to be able to do. Um,
yeah.
was talking to Frankie, you go to the park to work out, and which hey, I saw you guys yesterday out the park, man. That was so dope, bro. To see you and your boys out there, see the smiles that was
Summer
happening.
Sundays, man. Trying to do it, man.
Yeah, it was so cool, bro. I love seeing that, and that made me smile, man. You know what I'm saying? It was that genuine smile, seeing you be able to spend that quality time with your boys. That shit was so dope, bro.
Yeah, it was dope,
But
man.
going to the park, going for a walk, going on a bike ride, being at a stoplight in traffic, right? And you look over and somebody smiles at you, kind of thing. And that smile, man, that smile is a sense of an acknowledgement, like someone sees you. And I was telling Frank, they don't know why you're there. They don't know if you're at the park taking a walk. They don't know if you're trying to clear your head because something tragic just happened to you. They don't know that you're just trying to get some sunlight or some exercise. They don't know, and they don't have to know. But the best part is that smile that hits their face, whether they're the one to deliver it or you are, there's a good chance it's going to be reciprocated, because it feels good to be acknowledged. It feels good to feel good. So
Yeah,
when you have that smile and you're able to go ahead and put it on, you're also making it a mission to share it. And sharing, man, they say sharing is caring or whatnot, man. But I think a smile is so contagious, because it does something inside, not only your heart, but in your mind too. It kind of creates a space where you feel okay, you feel happy, you feel like, even for just a millisecond, man, everything that was so heavy just got lifted for just a second. And
yeah,
then you can take a breath in that second and embrace yourself again to move forward. And it helps you move different, man. So I wanted to give a shout out to Kate's dad for that. And Kate, man, for teaching me that too, man. I think that is just such a beautiful thing. And
yeah,
I've been
yeah,
trying to apply that to my life, man, trying to be with more smiles. And I'm a smiley guy. I like to smile. You know what I mean? Like, once I
yeah,
discovered I like to smile, I haven't stopped doing it. But I do forget sometimes that I have that smile right there. It's accessible. It's right within arm's reach. And all of you out there, you too, man. All of you have that smile. So, if you're gonna smile, man, do it for you, and know that you might be making someone else happy about it too. So that's all I wanted to really touch on that,
Okay,
man.
okay. You
But
know what? Let
yeah,
me take this topic and go just a little left, right?
hey, okay.
We're gonna talk energies and such, right? So
Mhm.
when you're able to smile at someone, right? A genuine smile, right? And that person sees your smile and they give you a smile back. That was a transference of energy, bro. You just
Yes.
transferred your smile to somebody else's. You know what I mean? That energy you felt, somebody else felt it when they seen you smile.
Hmm.
And you know what I mean? It helped bring about a smile. Now, a myth I want to clear, I feel like I want to clear, like, or I think it's a myth anyway, is I hear a lot of people they don't want to show their smile, or they don't want to be the first one to greet somebody because they're afraid of how it's going to be reciprocated, or taken, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I think that's something we can worry less about, because you know what they say: the energy you put out is the energy you receive. Because you put the energy out to that person and they weren't in a place to receive it. Again, like Hector said, people be going through their own little things. They be on their own little world. You put the energy out, you put it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that person didn't receive it. It wasn't for him to receive. But guarantee something about your day, something about your week, it's gonna come back. That good energy is gonna come back.
Hmm.
You constantly be about putting out that good energy, and you should be receiving it, I mean, tenfold, or whatever. Like, the more you can be consistent with your energy,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? The more you're gonna see the good coming your way. You know what I mean? Even if it ain't from that person. You know what I mean? Maybe they might come back and you know what I mean, talk to you later. Like, hey man, I see you over here, you smiling all the time. Like, what's up? You know what I mean? You just give it to them then. You know what I mean? Like, tell them, yeah,
Yeah.
I got a reason to be happy, man. I just am. you know?
And I like that, bro, because that makes it feel like it's not a transactional thing. Like I don't got to smile to get something. I just smile because I'm feeling something. And
Yeah,
like you were saying, that transference of energy, that's compensation enough. Is hey, shit, that person made me smile. Whether they did something silly, they said something cool, you know,
yeah,
they just smiled at me and acknowledged that I exist here in this moment, right here and right now, where I'm probably feeling like I don't exist anywhere else. That shit is cool, man. So it should be a non-transactional thing. It should just be something you give and hope that some that person can take that and find it for themselves and give it to somebody else too, man.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. That's good. That's good shit. That's good. Yeah, man. Listen, going left, bro. I'm with it. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna find ourselves going a little bit here and there, kind of
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
yo.
Don't worry, we'll go back right, man. But we like to take
Yeah,
things left sometimes. The conversation got to go left. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Because we all about that perspective here, man. That's an important thing. Um, and so at least for us, hopefully for a bunch of you guys out there, like Frank said, we're trying to find our tribe, trying to find our people.
Word,
you know yeah, that's something important to all of us, like-minded individuals, as far as Frank and I go in our particular group. We enjoy perspective. That's a form of learning, because yeah, we don't got to we have lots of resources to be able to learn something, but I'm trying to learn something of content, something quality. And
yeah,
the best way I'm going to get that is learning it from someone who's learned it and is able to deliver it to me from their point of view, because I might have missed something along the way.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
So,
So yeah, man, pick it up, bro.
all right. Well, you know what, guys? I want to talk to you guys about being a self scientist. That's what I coined
Mm.
myself, the self scientist, right?
What
And
is that?
what I mean by that exactly is I'm somebody who likes to hear something, learn something. If there's an exercise given in that learning, I like to actually try it out. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a self scientist. I told you guys early when we first started this podcast. I'm all about personal growth and self growth. So, to me, it only makes sense for me to be a self scientist. And I wanted to encourage somebody else to, like, yo, if you aren't already, get on board. Like, what's a self scientist? And here, I'll give you an example. I've been working out since I was 13. I started working out, and it was just at home doing push-ups. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
seen a picture of me in school. I looked like I had a big head and a little body, and I wanted to change that. So you know what I mean. I seen people working out and getting their bodies buff. I started following suit. You know what I mean. As far as diet regimens go, I don't tried intermittent fasting. I tried eating nothing but salads and proteins. Like I've done all of those things. I experimented on myself and seen the results. Man, I had a lot of success, and I had a lot of still to be continued because I never fell. You know what I mean? Although some of them those two do be continued, I'm never gonna get back to them. But let's talk about them, right? Yeah. So yeah, I really want to encourage somebody to become a self scientist. You know what I mean? If you're if you're somebody who goes to the doctors often, like you know what I mean, and let me go left a little bit here, right? You go to the doctor's office often, like I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys let these guys experiment on you. You know what I mean? These
Mm.
these specialists, these whatever pissed. You know what I mean? You come in, or these whatever piss, right?
Whatever, I like it, bro.
Word. It's so crazy too because
Mm.
they put you on a waiting list just to get on their hamster wheel. Like you know what I mean. You go try to make an appointment. They schedule you 2 months out. You get there. They got you waiting in the room for a half an hour, even though you made it on time. You get in the room. You still got to wait another half an hour to an hour until the doctor comes. And then you know what they gonna give you? Hell, you having a problem? Here's a new pill. There's a new pill on the market. Here you try it out. Let me know how it works for you. You know what I
Mm.
mean? You come back in with some side effects. They take notes. Oh, we got a pill for that side effect too.
Mm.
You know what I mean? If you guys are doing that, if you guys could do that, man, you guys could be self scientists, man. If there's some goals you're after, a weight loss goal, trying to become a better decision maker, like we was talking about earlier, there's a book for that. The One Thing, that's a great book for anybody who's trying to become a better decision maker, yo.
Mhm.
They give you exercises and things to do within that book, yo. Take it on. You know what I mean? Become a self scientist.
Yeah, so to add to that, because this is something that came up a little while ago, and this is something I feel like we also covered in our Thankful Thursday group. But you could read all sorts of books, man. You can go out and collect all this knowledge, but only through the application do you actually fully understand what it is you're working on, what you're doing. So, kind of like what Frankie was saying, you go to a doctor, and this is an individual who's not only got knowledge, but has some ability to apply that knowledge. So why not take a cue from that and kind of do it for yourself?
Yep, it's a good
We're
habit to pick up as an entrepreneur too. By the way, man, it just
yeah,
as you're learning, you're applying. So the
yep.
things that you're instead of getting stuck in what you call it, Hector? I forget what you call it when you get stuck in thought and you stop moving because you're still trying to process how to do things.
Hmm.
Yo, pick something and just follow behind it, apply it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, uh, um such as optimizing your social media. Go find a YouTube video that teaches you something about optimizing, and
Yep.
as you're learning it, you're applying it. You know what I mean? Then you've done it, you got it out the way. You know what I mean? Move on to the next thing.
And here's the beautiful thing about YouTube. I guarantee you, you go up on there and looking for a topic, you're going to find at least 3 or 4 people. That's
Word,
perspective. So if you watch a
word.
couple of those, you're going to learn it for sure because you're going to get it from someone who's a professional and someone who's a hobbyist. And then you'll kind of be able to find where you fit into that kind of shit. So yeah, man, there's just an opportunity for that learning is really out there. So try it. Shit, try it. I like that, Frank. Being a self scientist, bro. I feel like I've been able to go ahead and find myself in a couple of spots in my life where I did try that. Like, I know for like with my degree, my I have a degree in multimedia design and illustration, so graphic design, pretty much. And I know I used to love the idea of being able to build a video game. Like, I wanted to be a guy that helped build a video game, and that's still a dream of mine, man. That's still, I don't necessarily want to
Maybe
build a
one of your
game.
stories to turn into a game, man. That sounds like fun.
Exactly, bro. That's exactly where I want to be. I want to kind of work with the narrative and create that story, that world, that deep dive for someone to go in and explore and express themselves through. But I know that when I was in school, I know I took the opportunity to go to YouTube and learn about 3D design using 3D software. and I'd come across hundreds of videos, and I would take the opportunity to make a playlist of nothing but those kinds of videos so that I have this catalog that I can refer to. So if I forget how to do something, or if I want to get sharper at it, I can watch this 20, 30, 45-minute video and just really take it in. But as I'm doing it, I can apply it. So I'll watch the video all the way through, and then I'll watch the video again and follow along and actually start doing what they're saying. And I feel
Yeah.
like I take it in a hell of a lot better that way, because not only am I gaining that knowledge, I'm applying it. So now I'm in the process of the application part where I'm discovering what works, what doesn't work, kind of shit. And that to me is what I'm hearing, bro, is what that self-scientist is just kind of figuring out what works and what doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And we're all different. So that's why we end up going to the doctor, because, hey, that person might just have all the answers and done.
Yeah, 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 for real. You know what, guys? Hey, we are very pro YouTube here, man. With this, we are not
Mm.
getting sponsored by YouTube yet. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna just let you guys. We are very pro YouTube here. Like, I'm. If you guys are still, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you guys still stuck on cable, man, let that go, bro.
Mm.
Cable is full of stress. Like, you know what I mean? It's full of stress. That the bill is high. They always want to be showing news. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
news ain't never really got nothing good to talk about. But the world still goes on no matter what's going on in the news. You know what I mean? If you're still here 35, 36 years, you know what I mean? The craziness that's been going on in the news. Yeah, I remember when they was putting missing people on the milk carton. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I'm not saying not to pay attention to that stuff, but don't be so absorbed in it. Like, yo, jump on
Yep.
YouTube, find something you're interested in, and watch it. I don't care what it
Mm-hmm.
is. If it's scientific, if it's Animal Planet, like whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, you go watch something that's productive to you. Like, you
Yep.
know what I mean? Something that's gonna help you grow. Like, let go of cable, man. That junk old.
I'm
You
telling
you
y'all,
get
like,
to you get to pick what you watch now. You ain't gotta watch what they put up
yeah.
there.
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly, man. You
We
can
don't like options.
streamline. Yeah, hell yeah, that's exactly it. You have options. You can streamline what you want to see. I want to go and see this specific thing, and you can get right up on YouTube and find that very specific thing, man. It's out
Yeah.
there for sure. So yeah,
And
again, the
while y'all
content
up
you
there, man, make
consume.
sure y'all make a stop at Piece of Your Mind and subscribe.
Yep. Yeah, what's this, Frank? Number 7, man. So yeah,
Number 7, we here, man.
y'all got a little bit to
Going on our
choose
second
from.
one.
So yeah, man, no, that's cool. I like that. I like the idea of being a self-scientist, especially in a world where so much content is available for us, because you think about where we were, hell, just 50 years ago, man. 50 years ago, like, this motherfucking phone, man, this thing wasn't the way it is now. I can talk to someone on the other side of the planet
Word,
and
bro.
and see them at the same time, and I can learn and have this power. I have this device I can fit into my pocket and have most of the knowledge of the world accessible to me. But what do we do with it? We hop up on Instagram and we scroll. We hop up on
That's it.
Facebook and we scroll. Yo, get yourself up on YouTube. I have a playlist with 700-800 songs. I'll put it on shuffle, man, and I zone out. I have a
Yeah.
playlist, like I said, with all my videos, for design and different techniques and tricks that I've picked up over the years. And hell, if I need a refresher, it's right there for me. I have peace of your mind. If I want to remember something Frank said that was inspiring to me, I'm gonna get up on there and listen to it. And,
Make sure you listen to
yeah,
yourself too, bro.
I got to be better at that for sure. I don't
For
I
real,
don't do that
man.
too much, man. I feel like, yeah, that's a whole nother left turn right there, bro. But
We got time, bro. It's
yeah,
only we got a whole half an hour left, man.
you know, I'll take it. I'll pick it up. Shoot, like, you hear a lot of people, man, and I've heard so many people say, like, and I've even said it. I've even said it. That you don't really learn a lot when you talk, but you do learn more when you're listening, and I agree with that. But listening to me, I don't know, man. I don't know where I feel about that. Does that feel egotistical? Am I stroking the ego in a way I don't want to? Because I enjoy keeping my ego alive in a sense that I have my self-centeredness intact. Like, I know a value and worth of myself, but enough so that I'm not pushing someone else with my presence. And that's all it exists for. It's not to exist to combat or challenge someone. It's there to keep me in check. So
Yeah, and sometimes
if
give you a different way of thinking. You know what I
right,
mean?
yeah. And so like if I listen to myself talking these videos, man, like am I feeding my ego? Like, am I doing something I probably shouldn't do? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those weird things where it's just like I'd rather um read about it, hear somebody else say it, or kind of understand it. Like if I come up with something, like I've got like a little quote or whatnot, and it feels good, and I share it. I don't want to become obsessive over it. I don't want to like kind of turn that into this is what my life's philosophy is because I came up with it kind of thing. I want to be mindful and know that yeah, I've had my own experiences, through trauma,
Yeah,
through living life. I want to kind of hear what other people got to say too, because like,
you know what, heck, bro? I hear you on your humbleness, bro, man. But yo, let that ego be, bro. Let him be, man. Let him speak out. When we go left, that's the ego talking, bro. You
mm,
know what I mean? I know it is good. It is important to contain them, bro. But you can learn from watching yourself, bro.
mm,
You can learn from paying attention to yourself. You can figure out your delivery. Is it, you know what I mean? Could I have delivered that a little better? I know what I was trying to say, but could I have
mm,
put it in words for other people to understand it better? You know what I mean? Matter of fact,
yeah,
you just said the measure of intelligence last episode. You was talking about the measure of intelligence.
mm,
Measure your own intelligence that way. Watch yourself and see how you talking. Now think about it. Hey, could I have said that a different way? I feel
I
like
like
this
that.
might what I just said might have spoke to this crowd or this age group the way I said it. Can I say it so somebody a different crowd or age group can understand it?
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Yo, do it, bro.
I like that. It's a practice, man. It's because being vulnerable, man. That's another thing we like to be up on here. This
Yeah.
is good giant chunks of my life, man, where I didn't feel, just I wasn't, man. For years, I felt hollowed, empty, just not okay, man. Just not looking at the guy in the mirror, not being nice to the guy in the mirror. Hell, I wouldn't even acknowledge him. So
You know it's
that,
funny you say that though, because now I feel like my thing with like watching myself and recording myself is more so of a self esteem thing. It was a self
mm,
esteem thing, right? Like I've heard things about my voice. People don't like my voice,
mm,
or I don't like my own voice, or you know what I mean, or I don't want to see myself. I don't like the way I look. I ain't like what I wore that day or whatever. Like you know what I mean. Or I ain't
right.
shaved my face. Well, I ain't shaved my face. You know what I'm saying? But that was definitely a new perspective for me though. Like you trying to
Mm,
like you don't want to say the wrong things up there or make your ego too big or feel itself too much. Like that's
yeah.
that's a definitely a different perspective. I just gained a different perspective today.
Yeah, because that's I'm I've been in therapy twice now. I'm in therapy now, and my therapy now is talking a lot about reframing, something because I have this thing that's called negative anticipation, and it's been a curse, man, and it sucks having it because I'm an overthinker. I think
Yeah.
all the time. It never turns off, man. I'm tired. Y'all see these bags, man? King Supers charges me when I walk out of there, bro. They charge me 10 cents each, bro. I ain't get out of there free. But no, that negative anticipation for me, what it is when and I kind of you and I had talked about this a little bit, Frank. I don't know if we ever touched on it here though.
Yeah, I believe
Um,
we did. I remember
yeah,
I remember negative anticipation. Let me see
yeah.
if I got
So
it's
you
like
know
you expect something. You expect something when you kind of put yourself in a mind where you kind of expect something to happen, right?
the
And
worst
then
thing to happen.
and then when it
Yep,
happens, you can almost tell yourself like, I knew it.
I knew it.
I
Yep,
knew it.
knew.
Like you know what I mean?
And that shit sucks, man, because you start to like we're talking about that transference of energy, man. Like, yeah, you start to create that mindset like where you're almost hoping it does, but there is still a piece of you hoping it doesn't. But like your video, you were saying, or was it a couple of weeks ago by now? You were talking about the cans and the cannots. And the cannots, they keep going up and the other one's going down. And you're like, well, shit, you got to try to get that going the other way. But that's exactly what negative anticipation is. You tell yourself the bad shit's going to happen. This is what's going to take over. This is what's going to take precedence. And when it does, you feed that negative anticipation. It becomes a thing. And that is situational because it occurs with certain things that come up in your life, certain triggers, certain people,
I could
certain
think of one.
experiences. Oh, yeah, I can think of a
I
few,
could think
bro.
of one. That'll be a good example for the people, man.
Go ahead and tell them, bro. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see
So
how many. Yeah.
negative anticipation, right? You guys and I experienced it. I've done it. You working a job. You got a supervisor, a manager you don't get along with, or whatever. And before the day even start, before you even get to work, you're already talking to yourself. You're having that talk with yourself on the way to the car, like, yo, this dude say something to me today, bro. If today is gonna be the day. You know what I'm saying? Today is gonna be the day, right? Then
What
one
was
of
it,
two
Lil
things
Wayne?
happen. One of two things happen when that happens. You already hyped up. You already there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've been running this thought in your head all day, like, yo, if he say something else today, you know what I'm saying? Let's show who I am
Man.
today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And two things happen, right? Well, two things I could think of. Somebody else could give me some more perspective on another one. You get to work, and you all hyped up and you mad, and that manager's not there, or he don't even he see you, just say hi, and that's it. You don't mess with you the rest of the day. So now you
Mm-hmm.
all worked up and mad and upset, like, you know what I mean? Got all this energy raised up in here for no reason. Or
Mm-hmm.
two, he say good morning, and you explode. Good morning? What you mean good morning? Like, what? I knew you was gonna say something today.
That's true. That's one that probably everybody has at some point in their career has experienced, man. It's unfortunately it's a thing, man, And so we carry that energy, and at least for me in the workplace, man, I have this new motto, man, because I had jobs like that where I would walk in and I knew something, this place, man, these energies
Wait,
is
man,
tough.
here we go again.
And so I was able to share this with a coworker of mine, but I have this motto now where it's just like, yo, just check it at the door, hang it up at the door, whatever it is. If it's family, if it's life, if it's do your best to hang it up at the door on the way in, and pick up the new coat, the new hat, whatever it is, when you're in that building, and put that on. And then
Yeah,
when you walk out, you hang that shit back up and you pick up the other one on your way out, kind of thing. You got to be able to kind of have that balance, because then you do create these negative anticipations. And that was my one way to figure out how not to do it, at least in the workplace. Now, it is hard. Let's say some people that work remote, I feel for you guys and I respect what you guys do. I've tried working remote before. That shit, man, is so challenging. Having like an office space inside your house dedicated
yeah,
to that place, you know what I'm saying? Because that place, we're at that place so often, it feels like a second home kind of thing. And so if you don't like what you're doing and then you have to bring that shit to your home, oof, that scares the hell out of me, man. So I respect you all that do remote work, man. That's cool. But negative anticipation, man, is such a toxic, such a poisonous, such a heavy thing to carry around. I carry that shit, man. That motherfucker that's a it's a backpack that I can't figure out how to get the straps off yet, man, and I'm working on it. And it's tough, man. It's tough, and it's one of those
yeah.
things. It's like, again, that vulnerability, man. I try not to have too much negative anticipation walking in my life. But then when I operate in my day to day, kind of like how you were just saying, you can learn from watching yourself to re-deliver. I go in with negative anticipation because now I'm like thinking, someone's going to be like, yeah, don't feed the ego. Don't do that. And I might hear it, and then I might, yep, I shouldn't do that kind of shit. So it's a hard one to navigate, man, because it exists in so many different outlets. It exists in so many different facets. It's hard to escape it. And I've had it most of my life. I've only become aware of it in my adulthood. But yeah, it's one of those cognitive distortions, man. So we talk on here, guys. We're talking about perspective and being vulnerable and being mindful, and mental health is real important, man. At least it should be, just as much as your physical health. You got to take care of you, and this is you, man. You are up here. All of us, we are up here. You got to take care of yourself. And so if you have some sort of ailment that's just boggling you, or tying you down, I'm going to bring this full circle and seek something on YouTube. Maybe go to Reddit. Reddit is such a fucking incredible tool, man. I use Reddit to go for my news. I go to Reddit for everything. Anything I need, I'm partial. I'm partial to Reddit because I have the ability to focus on a particular search, and then I get, I'll have other people that will give me experiences. Somebody might give me their perspective in a paragraph or two. Someone might throw a whole ass story up there of something they had experienced. Someone might just throw a quote, or hey, this is a book to go check. You'll find a plethora of options up there on Reddit, to be able to combat something that you're dealing with, whether you're trying to learn something or you're trying to get through something. You have YouTube, you have Reddit. So again, full circle, man. I've used that tool, that option, that power on the internet to go ahead and kind of self-educate. And then through that education, I become the self-scientist, and I start to wonder, maybe if I dedicate this next week to practicing that, or the next month, or the next year of my life, to something that resonates with me. And, we're big on consistency over here, y'all. We're big on, and really just delivering what you understand. Don't deliver something you don't understand. You gotta really take it in and kind of feed it, feel it, and then try to bring it out there. Once you're sound, once you know what the hell you're talking about, kind of shit, you can bring it back out. And that's what I respect, is that, being a self-scientist, you can do that for you before you give that to someone else, kind of shit. And you can kind of, hey, this worked for me, because that's what life is, man. Something worked.
Yeah, it's an
Here you
experience,
go.
bro.
A fucking experience,
Experiences.
bro. Yes, hell yeah. And that,
Nah,
it, like, you look at a video game. I'm gonna take it abstractly. We go a little left here. Experience in any game is necessary, because that's how you level up. That's how you be within your realm, to go ahead and challenge those things that are more challenging as the game
word, bro.
progresses. So you need that
Word.
experience, man. So give it to yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to give it to you. Shit.
Or yeah, I like video game analogies, bro. Can y'all picture starting the game at level 100? Like, what is there to do for real?
Right, right.
Like, what?
Yep, yep.
What's there to do for real?
There's no fun in that, man. And yeah, there's
So,
there's something about it, man. This race, man, this fucking experience, if figuring shit out, it feels good to do that. Like, that it's empowering to an individual, and then someone who's watching you closely, a loved one, a friend,
a kid,
a kid that's
a
not
kid.
yours, just someone,
Hey,
anybody's. Someone sees you figure something out, man, they become empowered, because then they start to tell themselves, "Ooh, maybe I can do that too."
yeah,
And the more mindsets we have that, with that, I can do it too. Shit, problem solved. Like,
problem
we're good
solved,
for
man.
it.
Uh,
For real.
hey, hey, you know what? Heck, all that you was just saying, man. It makes me think more on what we was talking about earlier, decision making, right? I
Mm-hmm.
already gave you guys the one thing. Read that book if you're into book, or listen to that book. I'm a listener. What I mean, I got the audio book,
Mm-hmm.
but decision making, good when you're an entrepreneur or anybody's getting started. I honestly think it's good for anybody. Period. But yo, journaling, man. Journaling is an important thing for you guys to like, for us,
Mm-hmm.
everybody to pick up. Like, yo, journal your day to day, the important conversations you had, the things you need to get to, right? Like, journal. I'm trying to pick up this new process, or I'm trying to install this new process where I at the end of my day, and I actually really like journaling on my phone, and I record. I actually like I'm
Yep.
recording my voice. That's my preferred way. Every now and then I write it down on paper. There's some
Yeah,
things you just
bro.
got you can't
You got
do it without
that
paper.
little tool, man. I pop that
Yeah,
open, bro, and I'm in the zone.
yeah,
I'm writing something.
yeah. So I record. I like to record mines, and what the process I'm trying to pick up now is recording my day, um, at the end of the day, with gratitude, reflecting on my day, and making a recording of the things I've got done, the things I know I need to get done for tomorrow, or things that may be important for tomorrow. And then, the process in the morning is going to be waking up and listening to that recording I recorded last night to give me, put me back in the mindset of where I left off.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And what else
Mm.
could I have done? And maybe even just start my day off with some gratitude. Like, yo, yesterday was a good day, man. And you know what I mean? I got some stuff done. Celebrate a little quick win with some coffee.
With a smile. I
All
love it,
right.
bro. I love it.
And get started. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. That's too you too
Heck,
cool,
I'm all
Frank. You
about
too
these
cool.
smiles, bro. I can't fake it, man. I can't fake it. I gotta get the cup if I want to fake
Yeah.
it.
I respect that, bro. That's cool, man. No, that's I like that. I like the idea of journaling too, because I've been in that practice for a little while. And I have a bunch of places I journal in. I'll journal on my computer. I'll journal on a notebook or three. I'll journal in my sketchbook. I'll journal on my phone. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I got it all over the place. I don't have just one place, and I kind of feel like I don't necessarily need them because I was at a point where I thought to myself, man, maybe I should just have it all in one place. But then I'd start thinking about that eggs in one basket thing. And
yeah.
it's just like, I have different journals for different mindsets, different things I'm doing, different ways I'm feeling. And so it's like, I think I'm allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
problem with that, right? Like,
I think it's dope. I think it's dope. You could do that, guys. Let me tell you.
yeah.
I feel like for me, like I got like 5, 6 books of journals, and there's notes all over the place. So that this year was actually the year. I was like, yo, you know what? I'm doing a daily journal. I don't care what thoughts it is. I'm putting it in one book.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
organize it later. Like, you know what I mean?
I
Because it
like
was
that.
getting it
A
was getting real
daily,
messy over here for me, man.
a daily. Nah, that's, and that's kind of like a diary in a sense, like you're kind of just pouring your mind. That's what a diary is, like growing up, man, growing up in the 90s, every fucking TV sitcom had a girl with a diary, and it was always her just pouring her emotion and her day. And a journal could be that too, but a journal doesn't have to be a journal. I mean, shit, you don't have to look at it like a diary and you got to be this mushy or, this soft. No, hell no. You could, that you put a little bit more logic behind it. Oh, hey, today this inspired me. I saw this little kid playing with this little toy on the bus. It inspired you. Why? Well, if you wrote it down, you'll remember why. And then
Yeah.
you could, like Frankie was saying, you could come back to it tomorrow and think, oh shit, I know why, and elevate on that. And here I'm going to tie it full circle. I love bringing shit full circle, man. It's so fun to do that. We were talking last week about shower thoughts, right? And we were talking about how, often we have a good idea, we have some sort of concept that exists in a realm which, we're very much alone, we're safe, we're comfortable, whatever. Shower is different for everybody, but at least that's what it feels like for me. So I go in there and I have these thoughts, and then sometimes I'll be able to carry the thoughts out. Lots of times I don't. So having a journal, having that place, that daily journal for you to go ahead and write that thing down that was inspirational or something that brought you some sort of fear or some sorrow. Journaling it allows you to come back to it and then reference what the hell happened with a different mindset, a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? So you can learn from that thing. And that's kind of why I use the tool, because I'll write something down and then I won't come back to it for a couple of days and I'll look at it and then I've got to start doing,
You go
oh,
grow on that thought.
exactly.
It's not until you write it
Exactly.
down, not until you get it out of here. Put it
Yep.
on paper.
Yep. Because
Then you look at it, you grow on it.
yeah, the seed exists here, man, but the seed won't grow unless it's out somewhere in the
I,
world.
I like the way you put that too, bro. Yeah, exactly. You gotta get that seed, you gotta plant the seed.
Yep.
Planting it is putting on this paper. You plant on the seed, then you can watch it grow. You gotta
Yep.
start calculating like, okay, what do I need to get to this? You know,
Exactly.
what is this thought? How do I start creating it? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think that's dope. Hey, heck, we only got like 6 minutes left, but I want to take this time to go. I've been enjoying going left, bro. Heck, so do you mind?
Yeah,
Just take this left right here, real quick,
let's
man.
do it, man.
I want to talk about what I've noticed in my lifetime. Right? Heck,
Okay.
do you remember back in the day? There were people that was in fear
Mhm.
of television screens. It was a fear of television screens. They were saying like these people are gonna get lost. The
Mhm.
television's a scary thing. You know, whatever.
Mhm.
Heck, we actually live in those times right now. It happened. It happened. Heck, what they was afraid of, bro. We television screen right in front of you, right here, bro.
Right
You know what I
here,
mean?
right here.
It happened. We're in it. So now, for me, the next scary thing is right. I mean, our generation. I guess the scary thing is what our parents would have been scared of is the video games, right?
Yep.
Right. And there's a lot of gamers now. There's a lot of gamers, bro. But gaming has became such a unique part of our lives. Like they got like a gaming Olympics now, yo. You know that, bro?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. They
They
call
got
it
like a gaming
esports,
Olympics.
man. It's
Yeah.
esports. Yeah. Yep.
So now going left, guys, going left, right? I'm thinking now because everything is just I don't know. It's just year by year, next generation, they really get the brunt of it, right?
Mhm.
So they introduce now like this virtual, this thing, these things
The
you put right
VR,
on your face, right? And
virtual
I still
reality.
I've still yet to experience it, but I think I remember Hector telling me a story about what his first experience. Right?
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and long story short, Hector felt like the junk felt so real, like like something happened, he almost fell or whatever. I can't remember
Mhm.
I don't remember the whole detail. But my point is, right, going left. I wonder, like, because we have a lot of sitters now. Like this young generation, a lot of them sit. They don't act. They don't act. And to manifest anything you want a body, you want a certain body. You to manifest it, you got to act. You can't just watch it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If you to achieve anything, you want to start making more money. You can't just watch how to learn how to make more money. You got to act. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And we have a lot of these kids are they're cool. They're cool just sitting playing the video games all day. You know what I mean? So and it's something we allowed, but it also makes me wonder, like with this new VR thing, like how far is this gonna go with this
Mhm.
meta? Like people are living in this meta universe right now, like and this is life for them. They can't wait to finish school so they can go home and live the new meta life. Like this is like the new age version of Sims, except for it's on
Mm.
your face.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? This is like The Sims, and I remember The Sims was I couldn't get into it, but it was like that junk was popular,
Yeah, it
so
still
I could.
is. It still is. That's a whole culture right there, bro.
Yeah, so I feel like it's so crazy how like I with this technology stuff, right? Mind you, we got AI now, right? AI is all about analytics. It's all about knowing what it is that's gonna make your endorphins. You know what I mean? Do this. It's all about getting you addicted to whatever it is you're doing. Yo going real left now, right? What if like these AIs already started working, bro? They already working on us and planning on taking it. Like they gonna keep us all absorbed in this virtual reality.
Oh
Like you got everything
man,
you want right here, bro. What are you worried about?
what do you need? Yeah,
What do
we
you need?
all the comfort in your home. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that VR. Yo, you don't got to go out to play football. Just pop the helmet
Play,
on. You're playing right
that's
now.
it. Pop the
Yeah,
helmet on, man. That's it. Put it on
for
your
real.
eyes, man. You play football. You the greatest football player in
Yeah,
the world when you put these things on, bro. You ain't gotta
I
work
love.
for nothing. What Frank talking about? Frank ain't talking about nothing. You ain't gotta work for nothing, bro. You paid for this. You paid for this. You paid for it. You know what I mean? You got it. You got six trophies already. What else you
Yeah,
want?
what you need? Yeah, yep. No, it's true, man. That's the last one. That's scary too, because like I feel like it yeah, I personally, I love and respect technology. I love what it's been able to do because like I said, man, 50 years ago I couldn't call someone on China and say what's up and see them, you know what I mean? I wasn't able to do that,
Yeah.
but I can today. And so anything in its infancy stage, anything that's just born, we don't typically understand. We don't know how to really necessarily communicate with it too well because it doesn't know its potential. Um, So like that VR, just so y'all know, the one that almost put me on my ass. I was in an outer space one, and I was on the International Space Station. So I figured, yeah, if I'm gonna put this thing on, I'm gonna get on there to learn something. I'm gonna get on there to see something I may not necessarily see with my eyes in real life. And so I went up into outer space, and I got up on that big ass space station that's floating out there in orbit. And I hit a switch, and the gravity turned on, and so I'm like floating. And then when I hit the switch, everything shifted, and I really thought my brain was in there. And yeah, I felt my whole body just turn off, and I'm just like, oh, messed me up, man. I couldn't do it since then, bro. But I know that these kids, yo, they love it. My son has one. I bought him one with the intent for him to do a little bit more than, because I didn't want him just sitting down. At least with the VR, you gotta kind of be a little bit more mobile. You know, there's some games on there
Yeah.
that do require some physical activity, and I bought it primarily because of that whole COVID thing, man. That whole, you know, that everybody got to stay inside. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to give him some activity inside then, and that was one of the ways I could kind of approach it with him. But going left, yo, it's a dangerous tool, because if you think about it, yeah, there's all sorts of shit you can put in front of somebody. I mean, think about it. If we can see what we can see with our eyes, you can put it in that damn headset, and that could
Yeah.
be anything. That could be in the middle of a boxing match. That could put you in some beautiful mountain peak. You can see, you know, being on top of Mount Fuji and looking down and seeing, you know, you could be in a car right before an accident. You could be in the hospital when someone's dying. So if we could see it with our eyes, you bet your ass you could probably put it right there in the headset for them to see too. And so that exposure is scary, because yeah, who knows? Like,
Hey, making left sound good, right? How about we put those virtual things on all the serial killers, right? And they could just
oof,
go in there and just kill everybody up in the video game. And they don't ever
just,
gotta come out. Just
oof.
you want to do your mass shooting, do it in the video game. It's okay over here, okay?
Oh man, it's a tool. It's a tool to be respected for sure. You know, there's
For
some
sure,
some
yo.
good and some bad that can come with that for sure. And
Hey,
yeah,
we just
man,
gotta
like,
wait and see what happens, man.
right? Because yeah, I agree with you, bro. The TV screen happened, man. We all didn't expect it. Yo, we were all in the mindset of this big ass monitor in front of you, this giant black screen. Nah, man, it's this
Yeah,
little one that they was talking
word.
about.
It was.
We just
I'm
didn't know.
pretty sure we were saying the same thing when we was kids too. Like, what? It's just a TV screen. Like, what? How's that
Right.
gonna? But
And think,
now,
yo,
it's a big part of everybody's life now, man.
think about how often, yo, I can't, I can tell you a few times when I was told, get away from the screen. You're too close. You're too close. This fucking thing is within 8 inches of all of our faces. We're
For
all
real.
too close, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how it worked out, bro. But yeah, man, it really happened. And kudos to whoever had the foresight enough to see it, kind of shit. And that's kind of where I want to be, bro. I kind of do want to have some of that foresight to know what to expect, because I mean, I like every now and then I can appreciate some spontaneity, something spontaneous,
Yeah,
but I'm a fixer, man. I'm a guy with a plan. I like trying to understand and navigate with a map and not just be dropped in the middle and just be told, yeah, figure it out. Like, I like figuring it out, but I like having the ability to figure it out with what makes me feel capable and confident to do so, and not necessarily just, oops, here's what it is. You got to do it now. I can respect that, but I'm different, and we all
yeah,
are. We
yeah,
all have our method. We all have our own methodology to kind of move forward, bro.
yeah,
But like, I want to be someone with foresight, man. I want to be able to kind of see up a little bit ahead, and so I could be safe with taking a left, man. Hell yeah, let's take a left. You know what? Let's bring it
yeah.
back right. Whatever. I want to be able to do that shit confidently, man, for real.
Like this might just be opinion, man, but there's foresight lies in experience, man. They say history always repeats itself.
Mm.
You just gotta reflect, right? Reflect on the life we lived already. We seen a lot in our lifetime, Hector. We went from landlines to pagers to the first cell phone with the long antennas. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? To now these things. We seen a lot in our lifetime, and we still seeing crazy things happening. There's
yeah,
AI.
hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna see the floating cars before we die. You know what I'm
You
saying?
think so? You think that's
I think
coming?
so, man. I think so. I think Elon Musk working on that right now. Okay.
Yeah, he might be, man.
For
I might be
real.
the guy to do it. Who knows,
But
man?
yeah,
Shit.
somebody else gonna beat him to the punch, man. That's how it goes, right? If
That's
history repeats itself, right?
yeah. It's
It- heck, man, we now in an hour and five, almost an hour and five, man. You want to go ahead and
oh
close
man,
this out?
yeah, man. It was been a good episode, and so it's just pretty cool how quick it all goes. But for all those who came through, and gave us some of your time. See you next week on PC of Mind.
Take care.
Much love.